All right. Hello, everyone. This is Edwin from Pure. You may have seen in the recent newspaper article, I gave some ideas about, how to stay in shape and get some movements in, mostly while being inside. But then today, let's try to get some done with being outside or with maybe some common items that you have at home or someone around you might have, or just think about something that's similar. So today I have about a 10-pound mallet. You can use a splitting maul. This feels a little loose. It might fall on me. That could get fun. I have a cooler, a larger cooler that we're going to work with. So let me show you that. We got this thing right here. Okay. We're going to do some movements and some stuff with. I have a gallon of 2-stroke mix. You can use a gallon of anything. You can use really anything that's going to be about that much weight. Make it work. I have a very, very, very long garden hose. I have 2 of them actually put together that I'm going to work with. And then the step stool back here. So, see what we can get into. I always like to work on the legs first and get warmed up. So let's do that. So on my step stool, you should pause this and go get your stuff if you don't have it. If you're live, obviously you're going to probably want to watch this later. But I'm just going to step up, right foot down. Number of times, let's go 50 times. My right leg is starting up every time and down every time. 8, let's say 9, 10. So that positive contraction on the right thigh and that negative on the left. I'm kind of not keeping count because I'm talking. Let's call that 20. $24, $25. I'm halfway home. There's 30. Good pace. Be safe. This isn't a plyometric speed work exercise. This is getting ankles and knees and hips. Let's call that 40. Getting the joints, synovial fluid moving and loosened up, as well as, building up a little body heat and waking up the larger muscle groups. We start off moving with the large muscle groups. Our heart rate will pick up quicker because it has more mass to oxygenate. So we can actually warm up quicker without a speed of motion if we're warming up, the larger muscle groups. All right, so my left leg is up, and then my left leg is down every time. 4. There's 5. Left leg up, left leg down. There's 10. So left leg is that positive motion, and right leg is the negative, counterbalancing what we just did. There's 15. All right, here's 20. It's a nice warm day to be out doing this. $25. All right. See, my calves are even getting a little tired here. This is good. There's 35. 15 more. $40. 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. All right. Now, gonna go lateral steps. I'm gonna take a quick sip of water. Again, super hot. Sweating a little bit already. So we'll stay hydrated. Start hydrated, stay hydrated. Okay, now I'm facing you, obviously, and I'm going left foot up, and I'm going to kind of reach out with that right foot and that right arm. It's a balance piece. Make sure you have a nice solid platform. And that right foot's not going to touch anything until it touches the ground again. So our left foot is stepping up and stepping back down. So we're like this. Here's one. Oh, good balance. Here's two. Whew. Here's three. Here's four. Hips are forward. Nice flat foot strike. 5, 6. Controlled movement. 7. 8. We'll do 10. 9. You want to be safe here. Take your time. 10. Step back down. All right, so that's my better side. This side, I might fall. So I'm probably going to go a little slower. All right, so my right foot is up. I am reaching out into the side with my arms and my foot. We're getting more flexibility into the hip. We're actually waking up our shoulders. And this is going to start to make our central chain start to fire and wake up our obliques. So here we go. 1. Woo. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Oh, almost lost my balance. 8. Told you. 9. 10. See, that's more difficult for me. And I'm also getting a lot of fatigue in my groin, the inside of the thigh, from pulling up and releasing back down. We're going to do each side twice here, okay? So we'll get back to that left side. As I face you, this is my left side. So I'm up with the left. We're reaching out, big arms, and the leg. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Take your time. Again, concentrate. If you need to look down and see your foot strike so that you're safe and you land flat, do it. Other side, right leg is up, left leg flares to the side. Both arms rise up. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. I'm gonna sip another little bit of water and wipe my sweaty brow here. Pretty good stuff. Heart rate is actually increasing a little bit with all that body weight movement. All right. So continuing to make stuff up as we go. That's what we do here. All right. So let's see. Okay, so mine is pretty safe and stable to be able to get up on a second rung here. And I'm going to do that. So it's like a big lunge, right? Way up here. No, I'm not. That doesn't feel safe. So let's get rid of that. Here we go. So now we are instead going to pick up our splitting maul or something that's relatively small and about 10 pounds, okay? And the first thing we're gonna do here, we're gonna flip this thing over into our hands, up under our chin, okay? And we're gonna squat, and this thing's gonna stop us, right? Boom. Okay, that's as far as I can go. And that's not 90 degrees for me. So if you're shorter than 6'2", this is a totally safe thing for you to be doing. It will be a good marker for you to keep you from going too low. So when the handle hits the ground, you need to come back up. Toes are forward, hips, hip to the head. Head of the hip is pointed forward. We sink hips back and down as we sit down, and we're keeping our elbows tight to the body, not out here. That's how we're gonna hurt our shoulders. Elbows are tight. This is right under our chin, and let's do 10 squats. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Whew. All right, now take a little breath. We'll turn this thing over, okay? And we'll grab it by the handle with one hand, and we're going to bring, so this is my left hand. I'm going to lead with my left elbow, and I'm going to bring this up under my chin, and the actual handle is going to stay midline on my body. So we're like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good job. This is hard to hold, right? With the one hand, and it's very awkward at the bottom. It feels like a pendulum. So this takes a lot more forearm strength and recruitment to get through the motion than if we were just holding the dumbbell. So again, now right arm leading with that left elbow up, staying in the midline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. It's also a little more difficult, I think, on that back, that rear deltoid piece and the trap, because it is unstable, and it's not, when we're holding a dumbbell, that's like the extension of our arm, right? It's like in our hand. It's almost like we were born with that. For that few minutes, like we have this extra piece of weight on our body that is part of our body. When we do something like this with the pendulum at the bottom, it's very much different. There's way more balance and control and micro muscle recruitment. So it's more fatiguing. So be safe in your motion. Okay, let's turn this thing back over. We're under our chin again. Toes are forward, knees, hips forward, sinking the hips back and down. Knees do not come in front of the toes. And as the handle hits the ground, you know it's time to come back up. So here we go. Let's get 10 squats. Here we go. 1. Elbows are tight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Woo. Flip this thing over. Again, we're doing that upright row with the left hand. Okay. Elbow does get wide from the body. It leads. Also, we don't want our wrist above our elbow at any point. And we're just going from staying on midline and going to the bottom of the chin. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Other side. Right side, right hand, right elbow lead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom. All right. Sweating pretty good. A little thirsty. We're going to get one more time through this cycle, and then we'll get to something else. Okay. Waking my legs back up. Maybe roll the ankles and kind of just give a little twist and a little action into the hips and knees. So, hey, we're coming right back at you. All right, get the head of the mallet underneath your chin and hips forward, knees forward, toes forward. And as we squat down, our tailbone is falling behind us and down. So our hips roll backwards and down. And let's go. Get 10. 1, 2, 3. Elbows are tight. 4, 5. Head up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Got some out of shape legs over here. All right, flip it back around. Left hand, left elbow. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Controlled movement, no body sway. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Controlled body movement, controlled movement with the upper levers, no body sway. Okay. Here we go. Right arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Take a bit of a break. Wipe your sweat. Get some drink. That's what I'm going to do. All right. Now, I'm going to take this same thing, okay? I'm going to grab the head of this mallet with both hands. I'm going to put the handle behind my back, right on my spine. I got the palms of my hands facing each other, and the mallet is in my hands. My elbows are tight, and I'm going to do some tricep extensions, right? So it's going to look like this. Boom. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so now we got 10 of those. Safely bring this thing back around. And we will grab it like this, right? Right arm is down, left arm is up. And we're going to telescope from hands together to up here. So we're starting from our right leg and we're swinging it up over our left side of our head. This is like a hammer. Okay, here we go. Literally like swinging a giant hammer. So I'm sure most of you have done this. All right, so here we go. We are down here to up here. Down here, up here. Little body squat with it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull the elbow back, that right elbow when you're in the bottom. 6. Sliding that left arm. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Left hand is at the bottom, right hand is sliding. We're going to swing this thing from our lower left ankle to above our right ear and head. There's a lot going on here. Keep that micro bend in your back. Keep your back safe. Hips are back and down with this little squat at the bottom as we stand up and we pull through. We make sure that, our shoulders are down and locked into the socket. And then we're controlling this thing. And we're sliding the right arm. And when we're at the bottom, we pull that left elbow back like you're playing hockey. And then we slide this thing down and we shoot that left elbow and left hand down at the same time as we're pulling back with that rear deltoid on the right side and pulling with that right bicep. Okay? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, Don't hit your shin. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's important to be very safe and coordinated with this. Again, you know, a 10-pound mallet's falling from about 8 feet up into your shin, super bad. So if you need to use a mop, a broom, a piece of PVC, you don't even need to use anything. You could just practice that movement of rotating those arms back and forth like this in that squat, right? If you don't want to use something, you want to be safe, you're down here, you're up here, right? Both ways. All right, so now, second time through. Triceps, here we go. 10 times, up, palms of the hands, elbows are tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Here we go. Now we are going this way. All right. So that right hand is on the base, going from right ankle to up over left ear. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, these are great. Okay, switch sides. Left hand is toward the base. Right hand is the slider. Heart rate's going now. Going from outside that left ankle to up and over the right ear. Very controlled. Don't hit yourself. Don't hurt your back. Here we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Those are pretty good, huh? So one more time through that. Buddy, tell you what, I'm fatigued with it. All right. A little bit of a breath. So when you're doing stuff like this, it's also important to get your breath back down. We're not quite at that high intensity interval training level. And since we're not, the way we're doing this, if your heart rate stays up, you're going to get a little lactic acid buildup and you're going to cramp. So we're kind of oscillating between that, hopefully lower end of your cardiovascular range to that higher end of, that HIIT level heart rate training. But we don't want to stay up there too long because we'll cramp, we'll get lactic acid. We won't feel good tomorrow. All right, here we go. Triceps, boom, back up over our head. Palms together on the mallet, elbows are tight. Little micro bend in the knee, I think, is probably beneficial. Safe back and down and up. 1, 2, elbows tight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. Get this thing down, relax it. Bam. We're going right foot up over left ear. Right hand is at the base of your mallet. And left hand is the slider. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Switching sides. Left ankle up above right ear. Left hand is at the base. Right hand is the slider. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Okay, let's call it a day for this thing. So I'm going to go off camera, leave it over here. Let's dry ourselves up a little bit and get some water. All right, so now we got everything. Our elbows, our wrists, our shoulders, our hips, our knees, our ankles. Everything has been recruited. All muscle groups, right? Our groin, our all 4 heads of the quad, your hamstrings, all the deltoids. That motion right there was the bicep, right? Overhead was the tricep. Forearms a lot with that upright row piece and trying to control the pendulum. The calves with all of those steps. So we've got a pretty good full body thing going on right now. And let's keep moving. So this isn't a specialized video. This is a, hey, let's hit as much as we can with the things that most of us have lying around. So now, check this out. Super giant hose, right? Super giant hose. You want it pretty far away because you want as much friction as possible. We're going to get into like a squat, right? Boom. And we're just going to pull this thing. Boom, boom. Hand over hand. Okay. A lot of forearm coming into this. As we pull and our elbow back, let's go ahead and twist and pull. Grab, twist and pull. So we are going to be pulling in this like hip motion and these knees, the obliques and that lower back. Definitely lots of the upper back and the rear deltoid and the scapula region, which we haven't really hit yet. So here we go. You can pause this and get yourself set up if you're watching it later. But as it were, like the cooking shows, I got everything set up, right? So here we go. I'm going to get going. I'm just pulling this thing through and dropping it at my feet. So it's a little hot from being in the sun. All right, come on. This is tiring. I'm telling you, it's a long hose. But it gets easier and easier the more you get done, right? But stay focused in your movements. Don't cheat because it's getting easier. All right. Whew. That was pretty good. Okay. Now, that I'm standing here with this thing, what I'm going to do is pick it up and over my head. I think. Let's try. All right, so this is going. No, that's not really going to work. That's not what I want to do. I want to actually coil it up, okay? By pulling right arm in the air, right arm in the air, right arm in the air, right arm in the air for deltoid, right arm in the air. Get a rep every time. Right arm, right arm, right arm. My shoulders are already tired. Right arm, right arm, right arm. Super tired. This is brutal, actually. Right arm, right arm, right arm, Right arm. Oh, there we go. Right arm. Okay, so it's kind of like that upright row, but we're also like kind of moving our hips and our obliques a little bit. Right arm's up and over. Right arm's up and over. Right arm is up and over. Don't lazy rep it. Just if you find a piece that's lighter or doesn't need as much slack, you still got to get through your motion. Right up and over. Right is up and over. Whew. Right is up and over. Right arm up and over. Right arm is up. Let's put it over. Don't worry, left arm. It's coming. Right arm is up and over. Right arm is up. Lace over. Up. Over. Up. Over. Up. Over. Struggling. Whew. Up and over. Maybe get a shorter hose for yourself. Up and over. 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 I'm almost done. I can feel it. Wow. This is pretty good motion right here, folks. Okay. Now, of course, if I did the right side, I'm going to have to do the left side, right? Whew. First, I'm going to wipe all this sweat off my face. Keep the salt out of my eyeball, because I don't like that. All right, here we go. Left arm, here we go. Left arm is up. Boom, up. Boom, up. 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 I'm wasting reps there. I wasn't getting anything. Up. 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 All right. Whew. Yes, sir. Leading with that left elbow. Grabbing and rolling this thing up. Up. Okay, this is probably going to be the last thing we're going to need to do with our shoulders on this video. Jeez. Except we're going to pull this one more time for our rear delts and our scapula and our lower back. And really make sure we hit that part. And just keeping these motions in mind as you go about this next set of days, weeks, who knows, in time, or even maybe just good habits forever as you work in your garden or outside. You go, hey, there's an opportunity here for some pretty good range of motion or muscle building. We got nothing but time. We might as well, instead of hustling through these chores, get the most out of them as possible. Okay, so I'm going to leave this part here. Carry all of this off camera again so I can pull it through. All right, now. Whew, I'm back. Sort of. All right, here we go. So again, we're going to be in that nice sustained squat body position. Toes forward, hips forward, knees forward, little Z in the back. We're down here. And we're going to pull and twist. We're actually going to twist through and get this back part of the oblique going. And all of that back, okay? So here we go. Boom. And you can roll those hips a little bit, as you see I'm doing. But keeping that Z in the knee and that micro bend in the lower back. Keeping things safe. Whew, yeah. Rear deltoids are confused as to what I'm doing today. But the good thing about this exercise is there's less and less friction the farther you go. And it gets easier, easier, easier. Oh, and we're done. All right, I'm gonna take a water break, wipe some sweat. Okay, now, good stuff. All right, well, I said let's have a gallon of something and the cooler. So I should probably get us ready to use those and figure that out. So let's put this over here. That, by the way, right there is probably a pretty good exercise too. Pick those things up, get that body position we just had, and like backpedal with your hoses and get them into place. Make sure you're not gonna trip, but probably pretty good. All right, so let's see now. I got this gallon of I got Moto Mix 50-1, baby. All right, so with this gallon, I'm gonna do some curls, right? Because we've hit the biceps a little bit with the arm swings, with the mallet swings, and with the hose pull, but we haven't just isolated them. So because of this handle too, right? It's got to kind of sit in my hand like this, and I can't really get my whole hand around it. I'm also not gonna be able to like squeeze it shut because then it'll be up here breaking my fingers, right? So I gotta kind of hold this thing open, which is also really going to help isolate my forearm. So here we go. I'm gonna do 10 curls over here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, my forearm is upset. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's get it over here. This side now. Opposite side. This happens to be my left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're just going to keep going. 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to that right arm. Here we go. 10 more. Let's get them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now that's 20 on the right arm. Let's get back to that left arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 20 on the left arm. We got 10 more on each arm. Keep rolling over to that right arm. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, tired forearms. 10. My forearm's getting tired way before my biceps here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom. All right, good job. That's good bang for our buck right there. That's not a lot of time. That was a lot of reps. And it's about tone, right? We're in body tone. We're not in body mass. So we're not doing a ton of weight in low reps and trying to build any size. We just want to sculpt and shape and tone and continue to develop and support our already healthy range of motion or increase our capacity for range of motion while refining our muscle capacity. We can do some other stuff some other time in a different class. All right, now, same gallon. We're going to do front raises. So I got this thing in front of me. We did like upright rows, right? We were tight to the body. Now we're going to bring this thing out and in front. So I've got, let's see, I'm going to use it this way. Again, whatever you got, it's going to work. So a little micro bend in the knees, nice soft back with a nice roll in the bottom. And I'm going from the front of my hips to about eye level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now bring it all the way up to the top and in front of our face. We're going to do some military. Elbows tight together, like right here. Okay, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, keep holding it right here. And now we're going to squat down, touch the ground. We're going to come up and do a front raise all the way to the top. Do a military, do a squat, and start over. So it's going to look like this. Here, we're here. Boom. 1, 1, 1. Oh, yeah. 1. There we go. Okay. 2, 2, 2. Squatting with these things over our head, it's a different movement. Make sure that you're rolling those hips back and down and not getting an unsafe knee-toe relationship. That's 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. I'm going to turn this way. 4, 4, 4, 4. Whoop, lost my balance. That's okay. 5, 5, 5. Oh, 5. There we go. Doing 10. It's going to be tiring. 6, 6, 6, 6. 7, 7, 7, 7. 8, 8, 8, 8. 2 more. 9, 9, 9, 9. Last one. Safe body position. Don't get lazy. 10, 10, 10, 10. Whew. So those were difficult. That's a good building up to the big multiple joint complex movement by breaking down the single joint movements of that front raise, the multiple joint movement of the military overhead press. And we've been in our squats already today. So just building and putting some stuff together. Then we got one more fun toy to play with, right? We got our cooler. So you got way more in the tank, literally. You can do some more of those compound squat military front raise movements. I'm going to bring the cooler in and do something very similar. Let me drink some water here. All right, so this is empty. Don't let me fool you. It's not full of weight. I can put weight in it if I want, but I don't. All right, so sorry. I think that was the mail lady. All right, so I'm going to approach this thing, right? I'm going to treat it like I want to think in my body position like this thing is very, very heavy and it's very full. So I want to get out here. I'm going to go a little wider, right? I'm actually going to work. I'm pretty tall. So I'm going to work my feet all the way to the outsides of the cooler. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to grab. I want to grab from underneath. Let's grab it from underneath. Okay. So check it out. We're way down here. We are way down there, right? I'm not going to let my hips go below my knees, though. My hips have to get way back. I'm going to lead with my sternum, lead with that chest forward, And I'm going to scoop this thing up and pick it up. Okay. Again, with no weight. Okay. I'm right here and I'm just standing up. Bam. And then back down. And this is actually going to help you. Obviously, we're doing some body weight stuff right now that we're getting value out of. This is really going to hit your groin and your upper hamstring tie-in and your lower glute. But what we're doing right now, right, is we're practicing for a little later in the summer when we can actually go somewhere. And this thing's super full, and we got to get it in the back of the truck, right? We got to get underneath this thing. We got to think about our toes, hips, and knees forward. Think about our hips being back and our tailbone pointed to the ground, and that our chin is up and that we're leaning with our sternum the whole time. We could read the word on the front of our chest if we are looking in the mirror. We are not here. We're not here. We're up here. Boom. We are athletes. Loading this thing up. Or we're getting help. Better yet, get someone to help you. Superman. All right, here we go. So here's that movement. Whew. Yeah. All right. And, in gentle moves earlier, we did this other one too, but here we go. And the old classic, I'm going to sit on the cooler. So you just practice sitting down and getting all the way back up without using your hands and pushing on the cooler. Forward and up. Forward and down again, big chest, sit up. Okay. Nice controlled movements. Thinking about having the same amount of weight on both feet. I cheat because of that knee surgery. I carry so much of my weight, particularly in these motions on that knee that wasn't cut. So I really got to think about that. And I got to make sure I'm balanced here. It's healthy. It's fixed. It has range of motion. I have to trust it. And also, if I keep putting all the stress and all the weight on this side, whoo, buddy, there's going to be injury issues all the way up and down my body, from the ankles up to my neck, because of the way those stresses, repeated motion stresses, will manifest in our bodies, in my body. So these are always really good motions too, just to really put a lot of time in thought about how am I moving biomechanically? Am I even? Am I balanced? Am I uniform in my muscle recruitment? Is my right glute firing the same amount as my left glute? Or is it taking over and my left side's not doing any work? Okay. So it's kind of our last thing for today. And that kind of just gives that last little bit of reflection, which is being mindful of what we're doing with our bodies, how we're moving, what we're drinking and eating, with our hydration, with our sleep, and using the physical fitness platform to carry that thing over and that practice over into the other avenues of our life. Being a partner in a business, being a partner in your own house, being a community member. Am I caring for and being mindful of symmetry and equality, and things being overcompensated, undercompensated for? And how can I fix those things, or how can I mitigate it, or how can I be part of the solution instead of part of the problem? So anyway, thank you. Do well. Be well. Bye now.